going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel for another video. It is the Matrix Codebreaker signing in. And before we get started, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell to all notifications so that you are aware when I upload a new video. And by watching my videos, you will gain the knowledge on how to develop a simple website. So do stick around till the end to understand. So as you have read from the title below, today I'll demonstrate CSS text shadows. CSS text shadow adds a shadow to the text. That's it. I'll place a picture somewhere around about here to show you what I mean by text shadow. And to apply the text shadow property, you'll have to use text-shadow within your declaration. So I guess you can hear that the text shadow property is just derived from what it is, and in its simplest form you can only enumerate the horizontal and vertical shadow. And I mean, what is the point of putting in an effort to make a plain standard shadow? That's just as good as not having one. So with the artistic language called CSS, we can edit this shadow either by changing the color of the shadow or making the shadow blur. I mean, how convenient can that be? So without any further ado, let's get into it, and I'll start by opening my CSS1 folder as per usual and open this. So I downloaded a new application called Visual Studio Code. I'm just using it like for today. Before we were using Sublime Text, so I'm trying out Visual Studio Code, and for me I'd say Visual Studio Code is way better than Sublime, as you'll see just now. And I'll also open this with Google Chrome. That's the drill. Okay, and then minimize this. Up and running. And let's start by adding some content on the HTML side. So at the very end of our page, just below this div tag, I'll start by adding a comment of headings. So headings, and then below this I'll put in maybe, let's say, an h1 tag of, let me give this a class of let's say shadow. So for the content for this h1 tag, I'll put in this text will be shadowed. And then below this, and this is another feature that I discovered about VSC, Visual Studio Code, the lorem ipsum. If you say lorem and lorem 20, it will only give you the first 20 words of the lorem ipsum paragraph. So let's save this, and maybe let me show you how plain it is now. You know how the h1 is just plain. Here this text will be shadowed, so I'm gonna go ahead and shadow this text in the style. Since I gave it a class of shadow, I'll have to use period because it's a class, not an ID. Shadow, curly braces, text shadow, hyphen shadow, and I'm thinking of what colors to make this. I think so. You first determine the size, so I'll start with 2 pixels and another 2 pixels, maybe with the color of green, I guess, or goldenrod, and save that and reload what's on my page. Now you see there's a simple shadow behind the text. Now, as I did say in my intro that you can blur a shadow, so let's blur the lorem and let's give this a class of p shadow, and then p shadow, and the text shadow, and you can give different values in the declaration by entering comma separated values, and I'll show you that just in a bit. So to blur a shadow you need to use 3 different sizes. So as you can see here, I used only 2 sizes for the pixels. Here I'm going to use 3 different sizes for the pixels. Let's go with 2 pixels and another 2 pixels, and let's just go with 5 pixels. And then obviously you have to determine the color, so let's say dark. And as you can see in VSC, as soon as you type in a color, it gives you like a huge variety of different colors, which is another advantage of VSC. Let's go with dark magenta, and I'll save this and show you how it looks now. And then now you do see that the shadow is blurred out, looks nice. And now there's a way of adding a border around the text. With this you enter 3 different values. So in this is one value and this is one value. So to have a border around it you need to have 3 different values. So the sizes and the color is one value. So I'll start by adding more content to the page. Let me go with another paragraph of lorem, the full paragraph, and a class of border, and save that. And then now I'll show you how you make a border. So p border, and then within your declaration text shadow, So what you do is you enter your first value. Let me go with a negative value, -1 pixels and 0 with a color of red, and then now a comma. That's one value. The negative 1 pixel 0 red is one value, and then the what follows is a different value. So in other words, the second value. So 0, I'll go with 0 and 1 pixels with the same color of red, because I mean, how can you make the border different colors? And then another comma of 1 pixel 0 red, and then last comma of 0 negative, so 0 minus 1 px red. Now let's see how this looks on the page. So now you see that the paragraph at the end has a little red border around it, and I'm thinking of adding something that is part of pseudo selectors, if you remember those. So it's border and then hover. So when you hover it, it will change to a certain color. Let's say let VFC decide for me. Let's go with dark violet and your semicolon at the end. Now as you can see, when I hover over it, it changes to dark violet. And you have made it to the end of the video, and I would like to remind you to subscribe and hit that notification bell for all notifications, and please do leave the video with a like. Thanks for watching, and this is the Mattress Codebreaker signing off.